All right, welcome back to Top 5 Vinyl, where we show love to vinyl owners. Today I'm here with Victoria. How's it going, Victoria?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for being a part of this with me. And I found you because you had a video somebody sent me with your wonderful Kanye West vinyl record collection. Where can the people find you in your video that I saw?
Well, that video is on my TikTok, Victoria, basically. I think it's floating around on Reels somewhere too. My Instagram is Victoria Basic with an H at the end. So
Nice. Yeah, there was about 5,000 vinyl records for Kanye West, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
just dedicated, that's all.
Right, right. That's pretty cool. Okay. And before we officially get started, I want everybody to like the channel, subscribe, tell all your cool friends in YouTube land to like the channel, all that kind of good stuff out there. Victoria, let me ask you this question. Um, what was the last vinyl record that you bought?
Oh wow. Okay. The last vinyl record. I feel like I got one kind of recently. Oh, I think it was I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna butcher the name. Magdalena Bay. Magdalena Bay. That
Okay.
what it's called? How to pronounce it?
We'll figure it
It's
out.
the song that's popular from them is called Image.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, just looked it up. Magdalena Bay.
Okay.
Their new album is really good.
Gotcha. And can you think of the first vinyl record that you ever bought with your own money?
My own money. Well, in 2016, that's what I asked for Christmas was a record player. And my
Mhm.
parents got me like one of those ones you can get at Urban Outfitters, like those blue chest looking things.
Yep. Yep.
Um, And I think the first one I ever bought with my own money was Harry Styles.
Okay. So that record player behind you is not the same one. What is the brand of that one behind you? That looks pretty fancy.
This one is a Fluence, I think it's called. It's
Okay.
my fiance bought this one. He
Mm,
is the one that did all the research into that because the one that we were using was actually his dad's old one from whenever he was in college and it
okay.
sounded really good. But then this one we recently updated it.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Now, growing up, was there a record player in the house?
No, my parents, they collected records just because of the generation. And they kept some of them. But no, my parents just really like music. My dad is who got me into music, and it just always was a thing growing up.
Gotcha. Okay. And since you've been buying vinyl records, do you have a favorite location to go to, a favorite store?
Yeah, I would say Cactus Records in Houston is my
Mm,
favorite for
mm,
sure. I
okay.
feel like I frequent there the most.
Okay. And on any trip out of any record store, what is the most amount of vinyl that you've walked out with in one trip?
Uh, I think like maybe five.
Okay, okay. I thought you were gonna say, I don't know, the way you laughed, I was like, she gonna either gonna say 5 or 5 million. I was like, where is this going?
No, no, no.
Okay,
I try
okay,
to like, well, I'll try to just get one, but usually it doesn't end up that way, especially if me and my fiance go together.
okay. Have you ever had to or needed to buy the same vinyl record twice?
Um, no, I have two copies of Igor by Tyler, the Creator, but it's
Mm.
just because they're different pressings.
Different colors or different? What's different about them?
One of them is like just the original album that you see, like with the pink, but the other one has a different cover, but
Mm,
I think it was released recently. It's just a better quality pressing.
okay, because I have heard that album. It is an amazing album.
It's so good.
It is.
It almost made my list.
Okay, all right, cool. And Victoria, with that being said, this is top five vinyl. Can you share the number five album that you have in front of you?
Yes. I also want to just say thank you so much for having me. I love talking about music,
Oh, of
so
course.
it's a lot of fun. Um,
Absolutely.
but number five, okay, this one is crazy. This one doesn't really sum up my music taste, but it sums up how my music taste began. And it is Rush. Oops, that glare is bad. Rush 2112.
Mm,
I don't know if you're into Rush or have heard of Rush.
I've definitely heard. Yep, yep.
My dad, it's his favorite band. And when I was little, I just have memories of driving around in his car, like taking the long way home because he was forcing me to listen to the lyrics of this album, which he
Mm,
still to this day sends me like lyrics from this album. And I just feel like it's symbolic of my love for music because that's kind of what started it in my head. And when I think back to like early memories of music and like how the instruments and just all of that, like that's the album that I think of. And it's just like Rush is insane. Their drummer is insane. Geddy Lee's really good as
Mhm.
well. And their lyrics super super crazy, honestly. Like I don't even understand half of it. My dad was the one that like told me, but
Mhm.
yeah, that's just probably where my love for music started, so I had to include that in my list.
Okay, that's cool. Now listening to the album, I'm sure many times you have like a favorite song or a couple of favorite songs of the album.
Yeah, my favorite song on there is 2112.
Okay.
And it basically tells a story of, I could completely, maybe I have this butchered, but it's like a dystopian society, basically, is what this song is portraying. And music is outlawed, like there's no music allowed. And somebody finds a guitar and they find that it has sound and they're freaking out because they're like, this is awesome. Like, let me go tell everyone. But then it turned into this big war because music was outlawed. And then it's like a 12-minute song.
Mm,
And
mm.
when it ends, you don't know who won. It's
Huh.
just
Okay.
what happens.
That
But
definitely
it's
sounds creative. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely creative.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. All right. So that's your number five. Let's go ahead and take a look at your number four.
Okay, my number four.
Actually, before you answer this, I meant to ask you this. Have you seen any of your top five perform live before?
Let me look. Yes, I've seen three of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. When we get there, you'll have to tell me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're number four.
Also, I didn't really know when I was ranking them. I didn't do like top five albums of all time. I kind of did most top five, like most symbolic to me
To
and my own
you.
record collection. So
Right.
that's also
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Um, okay, the switch up from Rush to this next album is crazy.
Mm,
But we have Jeffrey by Young Thug.
That's a difference. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't discriminate when it comes to these genres.
Right.
But like, the reason why I chose Jeffrey is because this actually, whenever I my parents gifted me a record player in 2016. I was in high school and I wanted the album Beautiful Thugger Girls by Young Thug because at that time I was super into lots of different music and
Hmm.
Young Thug was one of my favorite artists, but Beautiful Thugger Girls was sold out everywhere. So my mom was like, couldn't find it, but I found Jeffrey and I like Jeffrey too. So I was like, okay, that's totally great. But recently, I found out that out of all the records I own, this is now the most valuable.
Really?
And I got it from, or my mom got it from Urban Outfitters for like $20,
Hmm.
2016. And now it is the most valuable record, which is crazy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I have to
That's
look
why
this up.
that's why I included it
That's
because it's
awesome. Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Maybe because I don't think they made many pressings of it.
Hmm.
And I know Young Thug is, I think, in jail. So I don't
Yeah, I
know if that
think.
has anything
Yeah,
to
I
do
think
with it.
as of
But
current, I think he's out. But yeah,
oh, he's out.
yeah,
Okay, that's good.
yeah. Good for him.
But yeah, good for him. But yeah, that's why I chose this record because I just found it really interesting talking point that this is the record that has the most value in
Yeah, that's pretty
like
cool. Okay. All right. So that's your number four.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your number three.
Number three. Okay, I've been debating between two. Now I'm making the decision as we're sitting here. Um, hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna go. Am I allowed to choose two for number three? No.
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Um, I think I'm gonna go with Depression Cherry by Beach House.
Okay. Yep.
This album is really good. And I think like Beach House in general, like that type of music is something that I've really liked these past couple of years. And I
Hmm.
feel like this is like a good representation of that. I
Mm.
saw them live a couple of years ago and it was a really good show. And also just like I guess a tidbit into my life, the Space Song, I swear I liked that before it was popular on TikTok. And like for the past, I don't know, like 5, 6 years it's been in my playlist. And when I met my fiance, one of the things that we bonded over was music. And when I first met him, I was like studying for something and we were texting, and he texted me, he was like, you should listen to this song. And it was Space Song by Beach House. And I was like, how does a man know this song? Like, that's you're not supposed to know this song.
Right.
And that's kind of in that moment I was like, whoa, that's really cool. So that's kind of why this album is special to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I
Okay.
also love PPP. That's my other favorite song off of it.
Gotcha. All right. All right, cool. So that was your number three.
Hmm.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your number two.
Okay, number two, we got A Brief Inquiry into Online Relationships by the 1975.
Hmm.
I chose this album because the 1975 is my favorite band um, ever, probably. Like since I was 15, I've really liked them, and I think their career, the reason that why this album specifically is why I chose is I think it's kind of the most like career defining album that they've had. Um, and I'm just like a big fan of them.
Mhm.
And whenever I think I almost chose their debut album, but I like this one better, so that's why I chose this one. And specifically, I think the song I love it if we made it. I really like it because people think it's this crazy song about like Matty Healy being controversial because some people don't like him, but a lot of the lyrics came from headlines of the current news going on in the times, and it was like sort of an objective song written about just how crazy the world is, and then it kind of contradicts with like I love it if we made it. um and I just think it's a really cool song and a really cool album because yeah. But I also found the 1975 when I was 15. I was out to eat with my aunt, I think, and there was this huge line outside of the record shop. I think it was Cactus Records in Houston.
Mhm.
And I was like, what is that line for? Like, who are these people and waiting for? And I, on my way home, I like Googled it, and it turned out the 1975 was doing, I think, a meet and greet or a show there. And it
Mhm.
was like right before they went crazy. And I remember I listened to their, at the time, the most popular song, Chocolate. And I was like, oh my gosh, this band is so cool. And it's just, I've grown up with them, listening to them. And I think they're about to release another album soon. So I'm just looking forward to that.
That's
But
cool.
yeah,
That's
love
cool.
them.
Okay. And I believe that was your number two?
Yes.
Okay. Victoria for the grand finale. What do we have for number one?
Okay, let's get a drum roll going. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy
Ah,
by
yes,
Kanye
yes,
West.
yes. Okay.
This
Can you
is my
zoom in
favorite
on that?
album.
Why does that out that the front of that look?
Oh, it's actually so cool. This album, I don't know if all the pressings have it, but you can switch out that like cover art.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have like multiple different foldable artworks, and you
Okay.
can slide depending on what order you slide them in,
Huh.
it'll show. And this is just the one that I have in right now. But they're
Got
also
you.
the one that's like the album, like the
Like a
ballerina.
ballerina or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I've never seen that cover. Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Favorite song on the album?
Definitely, actually, not definitely. I would say Runaway and
Hmm.
Devil in a New Dress are my top two favorite songs.
Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, Victoria, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this episode with me and sharing your top five.
Thank you. Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
me. I love talking about
Absolutely.
music, and this
Okay.
was fun.
Absolutely. No problem at all. And we'll talk soon.
Okay,
All
thank
right. Thanks a
you.
lot. Yep.